Tokyo, Japan. My name is Gary Verheller, and I'll be your host for what we call the Substance of Living podcast. Today, we'll look at what we call life's lessons. And I hope this will provide you with some insight, maybe even some inspiration to life's challenges. Today, what I'd like to share with you, it's called capturing audience attention. There's 6 ways to capture audience attention. There's speech writing techniques that I've learned over the years. Why do I want to tell you about capturing audience attention? Because if you employ these in your communication, and it can be not just with speeches, it can also be online, and these ideas are very useful for online, you can get the people that are participating or are your audience when you're speaking, if you're online and everybody's listening to what you're saying, you can get them more involved. If you get the audience involved, if you get the listener involved, then that person is going to remember, or those people are going to remember more. So that's why I think that this can be beneficial to you. I've been using these techniques for years, and I'd like to share them with you right now. The first one is called shocking statement. It captures audience attention. Let me give you a real life example. I work with the Ministry of Education here in Japan for what's called the Super Science High School Project. And the purpose of the Super Science High School Project is to send outside experts into high schools, selected high schools, and to bring a real face to science and to science-related things. Because I work at a science museum where Japan's first astronaut, who's also my client, as the director, that's how I got involved with this. In Japan, the teacher is almost like a god. And many, many times the students never question the teacher. The students always are subservient to the teacher. And so one of the first slides that come up on the seminars that I and my wife teach, it comes up and it says, "Do not believe us." And the students, these are 16, 17-year-old students, they're just shocked. Who are these people? Guest speakers, highly qualified, are telling us don't believe them? And we've got their attention. And what I follow that with is I say, there are 3 things we want you to do. Number 1 is learn and master what we teach you. Learn and master what we teach you. Number 2 is to adapt. Adapt what we teach you to your own individual, unique style. Humans, this is science, humans share 99.996%, 99.996% DNA we share. Same for all humans. But it's that 0.004% that makes you unique. There never has been a you in the history of humans. Right now, there's only one you. In the future, there never will be a you. So, adapt what we teach to your own unique style. And then number 3, and most important, use it in the real world. So by starting off with the shocking statement, "Do not believe us," we've captured their attention, and now they listen to the message. And it keeps going on like that. We have other shocking statements throughout the seminar. For example, "This is not my class." And the students are, This is your class, this is your time, this is your education. And it sets the tone for the class. And it captures their attention so they are more involved. You want the listener or the participants to be participating, to be involved. And the more involved they are, the more they'll remember. Let's look at number 2. Number 2 is a speech writing technique called Rhetorical Question. 3 things happen. First, the speaker asks the audience a question. Second, the audience thinks of the question and the answer. Third, the speaker gives the answer. For example, where can you go to visit an alien world filled with strange life, beautiful colors, and it's so quiet? That is scuba diving. And people, alien life and strange life and many colors and it's so quiet. Scuba diving, you get them involved. They're thinking about what you're saying and you've captured their attention and now they're going to pay more attention to what you're saying. So, first one was shocking statement. Second one was called rhetorical question. The third one is called call and answer. Call and answer. I should say before we go to call and answer, I use rhetorical question all the time. It's so easy. Just think of a question word, and let's say summer is a wonderful season. I could start off with, which season do I think is the most wonderful? Summer. Let me tell you why. Now I've got their attention. So rhetorical question is very easy to incorporate. Now we'll get to call and answer. Call and answer. Call and answer is the speaker makes a call and the audience responds. Who likes ice cream? Audience. This is a call. Who likes ice cream? Answer is the audience physically responds. And you can do a lot of different things. Okay, if you like ice cream, lean this way. And the whole audience, but you're getting them involved. And it's kind of fun too. The more physically involved you can get people, the better they'll remember what you're telling them. So, call and answer. So, shocking statement, rhetorical question, call and answer. Here comes number 4, which is called anecdote. Anecdote has 2 steps. The first step is give an idea. And then the second step is give a real-life example illustrating that idea. Let me give you an example. If you want to increase your power, decrease your volume. Let me say that again. If you want to increase your power, decrease your volume. Now, I've worked with Dr. Mamoru Mori, who is Japan's first official astronaut, for the last 25 years. And I meet with him on a weekly basis, more often, more than that. He's become a friend. And he's the director of the Science Museum that I mentioned. In 25 years, I have never, not one time, heard him raise his voice and yell. When he gets angry, his voice gets quieter. Gary, finish the report today. Oh, yes, sir. So the power just rolls when he lowers his voice, speaks softer, and that has even more power. So what I just did was I gave you an anecdote. The idea was, if you want to increase your power, decrease your volume, and then gave a real-life example. People love stories. And if you can use stories that are in your life, you will automatically bring more energy to that because it's something you've really lived. And it will get people more involved. Shocking statement, rhetorical question, call and answer, anecdote. Number 5 is humor. Everybody loves to laugh. Everybody loves to laugh. Well, how can you capture audience attention using humor? Well, here's the secret. You never make the joke about somebody or something else. You never make the joke about somebody. You make the joke about yourself. And the audience laughs with you. For example, sometimes I'll say, I tell my wife every day, I am perfect in every way. And she says, go wash the dishes. So, and we laugh together when I tell that to an audience. So the idea is make the joke about yourself. One of the things I mentioned in the beginning about teaching for high school students, they love to see a teacher make a mistake. And they really love the teacher admitting it and laughing with them about it. Because we teach them questions are good and they have to repeat that. Questions are good. Questions are good. Guesses are good. Mistakes are good. So I purposely make a mistake and I'll say, stop. And I'll turn to the students, I'll say, mistakes are, and they go, good. And they laugh. And suddenly they realize this teacher, this guest speaker, this special guest speaker is human too, like me. He makes mistakes. And it enhances the relationship as well. So if you're going to use humor, make the joke about yourself and let the audience laugh with you. The saddest people I've ever known are those that can't laugh at themselves. Okay, so number 1 was shocking statement. Number 2, rhetorical question. Number 3, call and answer. Number 4, anecdote. Number 5, humor. And number 6, but you can't use too much. It's called silence. And many times, particularly in giving a speech, but you can also use this online. You can say, excuse me, pardon me, and just wait. And if you are the designated speaker, people will eventually be quiet, particularly if it's a regular audience when you're at a podium or on a stage. If you're quiet, they quiet down too. Now you've captured their attention. And by doing that, then you can go into another one of the others, which you can give them a shocking statement, or you can make a call and answer, or you can do a rhetorical question. So the idea is silence connected, followed by one of the other ways to capture attention can be very effective. Okay, so to recap, capturing audience attention, which can be used either for speeches or can be used online. And the 6 of them are shocking statement, rhetorical question, call and answer, anecdote, humor, and number 6 is silence. I hope you found this useful, and I hope you can use this and apply it right away. So let me know, and thank you. Thank you for joining us today for the Substance of Living podcast. If you'd be kind enough to consider subscribing, you can contact us through Spotify or Apple Podcasts or connect on Twitter. Join us again next time for what I hope will help you navigate life.